Hello. Hi guys, it's Kirsten. Soulight Hypnotherapy. Anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Nobody. So the Mueller report. Mueller has finally had his speak on, and it was just like I thought it was going to be. Indirect, not very effectual, frustrating. Because where's the passion at, you know? I like Mueller, but I don't like it when people get so dogmatic that they just can't do. I mean, that was Comey's part. That's an ego thing. That's what Comey did, and Comey is the reason why we're in this shit now. So I don't know. Anyway, this reading is not about that. Is anybody out there? Um, Thank you to everyone who is listening, who's here. Hi, Young. Hi, My Thoughts. Hi, Maria Almeida. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. This is a reading about, I heard this morning as I was watching my morning Joe that Epstein was attacked and found in the fetal position. So I wanted to take a look at the dynamics around that. So that's what this reading is about. Um, I'm curious, aren't you guys? Aren't you a little curious? Cool. Well, hopefully this will be a reading that gets some views. Speaking of views, please hit the like button. Please hit the notification bell. And let me know you enjoy the channel. Leave your comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share my videos with your friends. Help me grow and promote my channel. It's important that you hit the like button. It's free and it helps to grow the channel. It helps me to get more visibility on YouTube. So, and if you'd like to support the channel, there is a donate button on the homepage, or you can join me on Patreon and become a subscriber there. I really appreciate all of your support. Okay, just waiting for a few more people before I start. I don't want to wait too long. I don't like long intros, and I'm sure you guys don't either. But today I'm going to be using the La Vera Sibilla, also known as the Everyday Oracle. Hey, Arizona. What's up? I'm also using the, where's my box? Every time, oh, here it is. I'm using the Decameron Tarot, which is the sexual-based tarot. And since he's such a deviant, I'm going to use that tarot to give me some further insight. And I guess I have a couple of Sibilla and Divinas too, because I was wanting to go a little bit deeper in some areas. So I'm about to begin. About to begin. All right. So what was posed? The question that was posed before the cards was, Epstein got attacked, and what's the story behind that? Sibilla's telling me. Sibilla's like to chat, and so let's just see what's revealed. Okay. I'm not a psychic. I'm a card interpreter, and when I read, and I get like each section can actually be levels of different people or scenarios, so I convey it to you the best of my ability, right? To the best of my ability. So the theme of the reading, or the card on the bottom of the deck, was, hey Florida, Disgrazia. And Disgrazia ain't good. It's like one of the worst cards in Sibilla. The theme is that for Epstein or whoever was involved feels powerless right now, right? This is like an event, catastrophic event, a trauma, a traumatic event, a crisis that this person or situation is. For this person, And it doesn't have to just be Epstein, it could be someone else, okay? Either Epstein or someone else has failed to learn from the past, and now the universe is coming to extract its payment, meaning this is karmic, baby. Hey, Eunice, I love you too. This card talks about violence and violent attacks and accidents happening or impending doom or waiting to happen, right? You don't want an accident to happen now. This is a situation that can and will blow up in your face. Epstein's or someone else's. That's the threat. And it's a very taxing situation on whomever this is talking about. And they're going to have to pay dearly for their sins and their mistakes. Clarified by the Page of Wands, right? I feel like this was possibly an inside plant, or a hitman or a hit. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting, like a hit, because you see how she's servicing this guy, right? And it looks like there's a threat. If she doesn't, bap right over the head. So there's a threat here, and there's a message, right? Page of Wands is a fiery, excitable situation. It's something new. It's new news, right? It's breaking news, I guess. So there's a lot of activity surrounding this, and this was a message or communication sent and received, and I feel it's meant to cause change. It's meant to change the scene. It's meant to stir up alarm, to create fear. It's a threatening situation. Now, so this event, we got the conversation, which involves the sorrow card. Both of these cards are aces. Can represent offers or new beginnings, but you got to cut something out in order to have this new beginning. Something has to be cut out or said or communicated. Conversation is new contacts, right? New people around you, surrounding Epstein. He is, I feel, giving some kind of rendition or telling his story, right, to people who want to know what happened. There's a lot of curiosity here in this card. There's a lot of attention being paid to what has happened and what he is saying, even though he's being depicted here by this female. I feel this is Epstein. Usually, I mean, that throws me off because usually Sibillas are very on point about gender. So a female is being called out here, but I don't know why. I feel like this is Epstein. Okay. Not gonna worry about it. There's a lot of attention being paid to what he's saying. He's also being looked over. This is a card of analysis and examination, of your health, what you're eating, so it gives me the impression of like he's being looked over by doctors, he's being looked over by people of expertise for physical traces or for physical symptoms or for psychological issues as well. So he's being examined by people around him as well as being interviewed. The sorrow card here, says that he was sending, okay, the time frame of past and present are kind of fused together, okay? I can't tell if it's past or presently happening. It's probably both, all right? So there's a combination of sending and receiving a message, right? That's very upsetting, has a heavy emotional impact on him and possibly those around him or whoever else may feel threatened, right? And what he's sharing here, what he's sharing, what he's describing is a story of, violence, threats, attacks, an actual attack, an argument that became physical. Any of these things can be the meaning of this card. So I feel he's reiterating or sharing his experience, and it shook him up quite a lot. He's very shaken up, emotionally distraught, right? And that's why they're examining him psychologically and physically, and the details of the matter, right? Um, he was or is targeted because of what he's done in the past, okay? Or because of what he knows. Someone may have tried to shake him down. Again, I'm not sure if this is what really happened or if this is the story that he's telling, okay? Because he's telling a story here. He's describing a story of being bullied, um, uh, assaulted. Um, I don't think it's. This is a card of suicide. This is a card of suicidal tendencies, but I don't think that's what this is. Okay? I feel he's describing a story of some sort of bullying or assault. This card also says that he's facing serious legal problems, and significant money loss, if not bankruptcy, which I doubt. But that's what the card says, and so that's what I will tell you. Okay, so he's distraught. This happened in an unexpected way. Like I feel he's was caught off guard and left, like I said, very shaken up by this event. It shook him to his core on a very deep emotional level. Again, this is a karmic situation being called out by this card. This is part of his recompense, or someone is, justice is coming to call, divine justice. And the universe works through people, right? God works through people as devils and angels. Health-wise, this card says that the affliction was to the face or to the head area. And this person does or may have suicidal tendencies, but that's going to be evaluated here. The conversation. I feel he is being analyzed, questions. He's being diagnosed. The situation is being discussed, but with the Four of Pentacles here, he's holding something back. Something he's not revealing or expressing, right? Having to do maybe with this message or this threat, or something that was said or communicated to him in a bullying way. I think he's holding something back. So, hey, everyone, people in the room, there's only 25 likes. Love you, but please hit that like button and show me your support. Thank you so much. All right, back to the story. Crying, he's upset, or he's relaying information that he is distraught and clearly shooken up. With Chariot here, well, let me come back to the Chariot. I'll come back to the clarifiers in a minute. Um, do I want to come back to the clarifier? Let's talk about Ladra. What had happened was, so what happened was, is Ladro here. The thief appeared from out of nowhere, unexpectedly, right? Some guy, and he ain't up to no good. He's in, Epstein is in prison, so obviously, anyone in that arena is probably a questionable character. I see someone creeping in, and they sent that message or delivered this harsh blow to him. It, like I said, it may have been a shakedown for money, because I see the safe present in this card. See the safe? And this is a card of money, not a card of, not like the Seven of Swords. This has something to do with money or security. At least it does right now for me. So this character creeping in sent that message, delivered that harsh blow. It may have been a shakedown for money, or it may have something to do with payback. Like I said, karmic. That's 3 times it's mentioned payback. So this person infiltrated or invaded his security, his space, his cell, with the intentions of taking something from him, or, and that something could be his security or his money, and the situation became violent. So it might have been a conversation that became violent, because I'm seeing both conversation, communication cards, and then violence outbreaking. Epstein feels like someone is out to get him. He's looking for a way to terminate this contract, this lease, this sentence, or this connection that he's in. And I feel like this is also the intention of this infiltrator, or who's behind this infiltrator, who's behind this threat. There is a lot of betrayal and treachery called out in this card and coming towards him. Payback for demeaning others, payback for immoral practices, payback for rape and molestation. Now, was Epstein molested sexually in this attack? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think that he was definitely molested in a sense of being violated, hands on. And like I said before, I don't feel like this was actually a suicide attempt. I feel like someone wanted to harm him or was sent in to harm him. And I feel like this sent in person, behind that may be some fair weather friends from the past. Okay, behind that. Somehow a woman's involved. Because the card's flanking. This thief, there's women here. a woman or women involved. Interesting. Okay, just leave it at that. Don't try to go too deep into it. Where the situation is headed, we have Speranza. I hope I'm not buffering. We have Speranza here. The situation evolves in a way that is going to bring some relief to Epstein or healing. I feel like they will transport him to, to a safer place, or at least to some place where he can heal, right? Um, this is someone who is advised, or is, I feel like this is what's happening, okay? I feel like they will strengthen his personal security and protection that surround him. I feel like there is some sort of move or relocation. Can't see. I feel like there is some sort of move or relocation. I feel like it may be brief. It may just be so he can heal and strengthen. But there is strengthening of protection around him and security around him, possibly a move or a relocation. This is a wish or a desire or prayer that he has. This could be what he's hoping or praying for, what he's trying to, um, what he's visualizing and hoping for, right? With Lucrezia, La Legreza. Can never say it. I just call it the butterfly. Used to be my Jeff Flake card, but he's gone now. Um, anyway, very soon, very shortly, this time frame is fast. There will be some sort of change to his location, Epstein's. I also see him revealing some kind of secret, right? Because this is someone who doesn't keep a promise, who doesn't keep a secret. So he may have to come through with the new, or come through with some new information, right? He may be dancing around or flirting around with the idea of communicating some information that could be dangerous or reckless for him or for others, and doing this so that he could get protection or get in a place where he feels safer. He may have to do that. He may have to come through with the new. Sorry, I'm laughing about something else. I feel like it's a dangling. I feel like there's a dangling, right? A dangling of interest. Are you interested in this? Can I have that? Or if you give us this, we can give you that. I feel like there's a dangling of interest to get a lesser charge, a safer place, or something about sex trafficking. He's trying to, maybe there's something going on behind the scenes. They're trying to get a lesser charge in the sex trafficking front, I guess. So let me read the rest of these clarifiers and then we'll call it a day. Already we're 23 minutes in. Even though, it just flies by for me. All of you people telling me that I need to shorten my readings. I can't shorten my readings. My readings are what they are, okay? And if you can't work around that, then I guess I'm just not the reader for you. But I'm just going to do it the way I do it. And if you want to dine at my table, you're just going to have to accept my terms and what I have to serve. Anyway. Let's look back at these clarifiers. So we got a clarifier. We got a message that was sent. It was a threatening message, right? And we feel like he's holding something back. Something that was communicated to him, he's probably not telling. And he's distraught over that. Now, what's behind that could be this Chariot card here, which could represent a person, someone who's in charge, a a leader or a high official or something like that, right? Um, and the Chariot is, in this card, looks like he's taking some sort of pleasure in what's happening. Like he's enjoying the show. Maybe he's enjoying that his message was sent and delivered, right? It just seems to be some deviousness in this face here. Could be someone in a high position. Doesn't have to be a male, it could be a female. We got a lot of women here. Um, but this is someone who is controlling, has control, and is navigating the course that they're not trying, they're on a course to fulfill their purpose and their agenda. So this is a message that this person sent or is sending. This could also be Epstein on some level as well. Doesn't have to be someone outside of him. But there's some purpose or agenda in all behind all of this to get what you want. So is this a trick? Because I further clarified this Chariot card and I got the blonde woman. So not only some blonde or a woman, but it's some kind of a trick too. Some kind of a trick or a bid for attention to get a movement, some freedom, or some protection. It's a dangling, it's a trick. It's not necessarily going to happen, but I think he may be toying with those listening, right? I'll give you some information if you give me this. So there's some negotiation like that going on, right? Now he has some leverage, right? Because he's under. Now they have leverage because he's under threat. The Five of Pentacles here reversed clarifies this Ladro card, or the Thief. Five of Pentacles in traditional tarot, not from the impression I'm getting from this deck, is someone who's shut out in financial hardship, or they're feeling shut out or estranged from security, protection, from love, support, a relationship. Reversed, you're not shut out anymore. Reverse, you're coming in from out of the cold, you're coming in from out of the dark, coming back around. Okay, so the impression that I'm getting is I think Epstein will hold back the threat that maybe the person who assaulted him delivered, right? That they'll come back around and finish the job. Because this is someone who comes back around from out of the cold or out of the dark. I feel like this was a threat that was held back. I'll be back to collect on my debt if you don't give me what I want or do what I say, carry out my orders. That's how I'm interpreting it. You can interpret it any way you want. The cards are here. You can come up with your own conclusions, okay? The Six of Swords, which clarifies Speranza, also talks about a trip away, but a return back again. So there is some sort of relocation, but then a return. So I think it's a brief relocation, maybe to a place where he can heal, and then he comes back to where he's at. Epstein on some level, but on another level, the threat may come back too. I do see it coming back. It doesn't have to be the same person. It could be someone else. Because I do see a return, like I said, with the Six of Swords reversed. An escape or a getaway is short-lived, right? Anyway, I clarified this Five of Pentacles with the trap reversed. And you don't want this guy to come back around to finish the job. There's something else here. There's something else here. This is someone who's gotten away with it. What is it? Finally, to just end this reading, we've got the Seven of Wands. So I think that this is Epstein defending himself. His defense, right, is that he's threatened, that he's not safe. Now he's the vulnerable one. I think that to defend himself, he's flirting with the idea of talking, right? So someone's trying to keep him quiet. He's flirting with the idea of talking, revealing some reckless or dangerous information in order to, get him into some safe place, into a safer place, to protect himself. And that's the very thing he was warned not to do. So there might be another incident before this is done. But for now, that's what I have. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. 32 minutes in. If you liked the reading, enjoyed the reading, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Share my videos with your friends. You can support the channel by donating. There's a donate button on the homepage, or you can become a Patreon subscriber. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your support and for helping me to grow my channel. Blessings to you all. Thank you. Bye, Mystic Bella. Bye, Angela Johnson. Yeah, there is payback. Now he's the one. Now he's the one in a vulnerable position. And he's the one who's being taken advantage of because of the hardship he's in. Yep. That's right. Payback's a bitch, ain't it? But don't get too happy all at once, guys. I mean, this is, I heard a couple of people wrote to me the other day. They said, I unsubscribed from your channel because your readings are too dark and depressing. And I'm like, oh my God, how do you come to a political reading? This is what I'm thinking, right? Because I don't comment on stuff like that. But how do you come to political reading? The cesspool of it all, where you're going to find shit, is in politics. How do you expect a reading that's going to be all lollipops, sunshine, and butterflies in a political reading? Do you really expect that? Do you really want to hear that Pollyanna stuff? I have to deliver to you what I see in the cards. Point blank. Can you handle it? Anyway, I'm not changing a thing. And I'm not changing my pace. And I'm not changing anything. It is what it is. And it's hard to deliver the truth. It's painful sometimes. So respect what I do. Right? And thank you for respecting it. All right. God bless you all. Have an awesome day.